Hey, Keloid, you seeing this?
Oh yeah, there's something different about him. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it's the hair.
Uh, no, I don't think it's the hair.
Well then, it's got to be the shoes.
Wait, what? We can't even see his shoes. Wait, did he always have glasses on?
Uh, yeah, I still think it's the hair.
No, it's not the hair.
You both realize that I've heard everything that you've said up to this point, right?
Damn, is his hearing that good?
No, the door has been wide open this entire time, and for some reason, you guys are screaming everything that you're saying.
Oh, that's what it is. He's got new ears. It's like he's a whole new person.
I really need to find out who his hairstylist is.
It's not the hair.
Yo, dog, it's your boy Keloid, hosting this current episode of the Bioka Bakery podcast. I am joined here with BusterZero
It's your boy.
and your boy Faiez.
I am a boy.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. Hold on. You're a boy?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. This is for mature audiences only.
Fuck you. I'm a real boy.
Hey,
Oh, damn.
you are a boy? You don't say that?
He's the real boy.
You're gonna get a timeout?
I don't want a timeout.
Exactly.
No one ever does.
No.
So,
Nobody
I'm gonna drink my iced tea. So I guess it's canon that's what this is now.
yeah,
With whiskey.
yep. That's what. Yep. So, it's Black History Month. Who would win in a fight, Harriet Tubman or Maya Angelou?
Wait, which one was Harriet Tubman?
The Underground Railroad.
Underground Railroad. Come on, keep up.
Yeah, this is Black History Month.
This isn't my month. I don't know.
Okay.
That's even more reason for you to do it, because when people grill you on it, then they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, you don't know about every single Black accomplishment in this particular month."
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Maya Angelou versus Rosa Parks.
Okay.
That's boring.
Yeah, everyone knows Rosa Parks.
Yeah. I agree.
What did Maya Angelou do again?
She wrote books.
Yeah, lots of books.
Oh.
An esteemed, accomplished author. Okay, fine.
I'm just playing dumb to be the perspective of the audience, so that they they feel less dumb, and I could anyways, I would say Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou.
I think I'd agree.
Mainly because I think writers are fucked up, and I think she would just be, she'd be the one. She would like know about this ahead of time. Do they know about it ahead of time, or is it like, are they just scrapping? And is it on a bus?
It's on a bus.
It's
why is it gotta be on a bus?
I don't know. I think that's an unfair advantage for Rosa
really
Parks.
stupid.
Then.
Okay, fine. Here's the more fair. Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman. Trains versus buses. Let's go.
Ooh. Wait,
The train's gonna win. That's stupid. You're stupid.
It's a figurative train.
There
were no literal
trains.
trains.
It's not even a real train.
A figurative train would whoop a figurative bus's ass.
It's a
even
real
if it goes
bus.
Underground.
It's a real bus. It's just not on Rosa Parks' side.
What?
Then Rosa Parks definitely loses. What do you mean?
Okay.
This is getting out of hand.
All right.
We're all canceled.
No, not yet.
This was educational content for this month.
Damn.
I don't know about that, but as
All
long as
right.
we can pretend that it is, then I guess sure, why not?
I'm sure someone learned something. Mostly people learning the name Maya Angelou.
That's probably the only thing they'll have learned today.
Yeah, because I don't remember them talking about Maya Angelou in school.
Uh, yeah, I don't remember them talking about, but I do remember specifically. My dad did actually have a book from Maya Angelou.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Damn, I wish I could remember the time. I think it had. I think it was the one something about like the road or something. I don't remember. Something like
The
that.
Road to Perdition.
Yes,
Good
sure.
book.
I don't know.
All right. That's cool though. Um,
Is that our quota for Black History Month?
yeah, we made it.
Ah,
We're
okay.
just over the line.
All right, now we don't have to talk about it for the rest of the month, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, good job, everyone. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. Applause
Yeah.
to yourselves all around. Yay.
Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
Give yourself a raise.
Yeah. One of the most awkward accolades to your accomplishment. A pat on the back for yourself.
For remembering that it was Black History Month.
So,
Congratulations, you did the
what
minor
is
amount of effort.
yeah. What is your favorite month then? Like for it's this month, it's Pride Month, it's Black History Month.
huh. Okay.
Breast cancer. Does breast cancer have one?
I think it's
Or
breast
is it?
cancer awareness. I don't know if it's a month though. I think it's just a day. Some
Hmm.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but
Yeah, I can think of like several months, but there are very few of them I can actually think of like when they are. Like there's Autism Awareness Month,
Yeah.
but I don't remember which month it is. I want to say it's September, but I actually don't really recall.
you got to start brushing up on this stuff because you're the everyday guy. You got to start knowing this.
I
Just
just
like
gotta
Every day, not every month.
yeah, exactly.
uh,
Once I
there
run
are
out of
days in the month, so that
once
means that it is required.
once I run out of days, I will move to months. And then once I run out of months, I will go to years. And then once I run out of years, I will go to
Like that.
centuries.
You might actually be on years for a while because you could pretty much just do like significant years when like X thing happened,
Yeah.
which there are quite a few by
Oh.
now.
I mean, I'm going to be stuck on days for a long time.
Maybe.
This
At least a year.
365. Yeah,
I
at least
don't
a year.
know.
And
You haven't
then
done every
leap
single day
years.
though.
That's why I'm saying I'm going to be there for a while. Man. So, one thing I kind of wanted to mention, just a little thing here, as a sort of a follow up to our Wizards of the Coast conversation. Actually,
Oh boy.
they're doing their best to come back into our good graces. Yes, there is going to be a Magic the Gathering Hot Pockets promotion. Yes,
Yep.
all the
Oh,
greasy nerds
We did it,
will
guys.
love them again.
We did it.
damn.
Yes.
Are they
yes.
are they gonna like print a useless Black Lotus proxy to go ahead and put in like underneath the hot
Oh,
pocket?
yeah, it's on the little foil thing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right on your screens now.
Oh.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
yeah.
so well, we know about it because of it. So you want to know you want a little trivia about that? So you see that guy up there, right? The guy that's on the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is Gideon.
Okay.
And if you're a Magic nerd, he's dead.
He sure
he
is.
canonically died in the
Spoiler.
story. Like wasn't this like years ago, like literal years ago?
It was
By now,
War of
at
the
least by
Spark.
now.
So like, it was the big event last year, the beginning of last year, wasn't it?
I think so. Was it
Yeah.
last year? I thought it was like 2 years ago.
I don't know. I'm losing track.
It's
There were 143 products last year. You think I can keep up?
yeah. Either way, like he is canonically dead in the series, and they're like, he's selling Hot Pockets now. That
Yeah.
is how we will remember him, is on the face of Hot Pockets.
We now know what happens when you die in Ravnica. Your spirit is forced into slavery by the church to shill Hot Pockets.
I guess so.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Pour one out
Orzhov.
for the homie.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you gotta cook one for the homie. Cook a Hot Pocket, and then
Oh, and then you pour out the cheese
you squeeze it out just
right into your
Oh.
mouth, and then feel the wrath of Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think it's
Like,
funny. I think it is
it's
weird to
funny.
choose. I think it
It's
is
funny.
weird to choose Gideon for the product. I mean, yeah, he's a cool guy.
It's really weird. It's
Yeah.
just really weird. Like, because I'll be honest,
You
like
think-
I'm. Oh,
You
what?
think they would pick Chandra?
Ooh, Hot
Ooh,
Pocket.
Yeah, see,
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Come on,
at least,
wizards.
like-
This
or
is
at
free.
least like do all the different flavors and like choose a planeswalker from each color or something.
That'd be cool. I
Mm.
like that.
See, then I would buy it. I would definitely buy it.
I might buy
Yeah.
it anyways.
What
Well,
would it be?
you might get a code for Arena.
Yeah, you
Sweet.
get codes for Magic Arena. They turn in for like 5 different things, but it's kind of weird. They did a smart thing. So instead of having to buy 5 products to get all 5 rewards for the Hot Pockets thing, you can just buy one 12-pack instead of a bunch of 4-packs, and you get all the rewards.
See, that's dumb. They should have done it where you needed to get certain packs, and each pack was a different flavor, and like is representative. So like the basic one, or if they have I don't know if Hot Pockets, they've got to have a spicy one. That one could be Chandra. You could do Gideon. You could do Jace. You could do what's the green guy that starts with a G?
Oh, Garuk.
Garuk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you could go ahead and do all those. I guess Garuk would be like I don't know if there's like a broccoli one or something like that. I'm sure
Oh
There is.
yeah. There's
yeah.
some greens in there. Yeah.
Blue could be like a cool ranch. That's
Yeah,
totally
there's a ranch. There's a chicken ranch.
Oh,
Yeah, you do you work for Hot Pocket?
I should. I'm looking for a job.
Maybe we just need a sponsorship.
Ah, yes. Sponsored by Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
I
but
would
not
not mind that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Hot
Make-
Pockets.
Yeah, keep them in your pockets.
No, don't keep them in your pocket. just gonna reach in. Ah,
Yeah.
Hot Pocket.
Yeah. Burn your hand. You hear like the squish of the marinara coming out of it into your
Oh.
pockets.
Oh no.
Oh, that's so hot.
Do they have a spaghetti Hot Pocket?
I think they have like a meatball one, which is
They're-
kind of close.
Yeah, there is meatball, yeah.
They miss a big opportunity by not putting spaghetti in a Hot Pocket. It's just have it spilling out. Ah.
Like, oh, spaghetti.
See, fucking the CEOs don't know shit. They need
Yeah.
Bioka Bakery to just go ahead and run their shit.
Oh yeah, we would be doing an amazing job for them.
Yeah.
Hot Pocket sales would never reach the pinnacle of sales until we get behind the wheel.
Yep. I mean, how do you think we get this like nice lavish podcast room? We know how to save money. Recording in a condemned building.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're moguls. We know what we're doing.
You gotta save money to make money to spend the money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a very
All right.
calculated
So
process.
then,
I'm
question.
hungry.
What? He was talking about Hot Pockets.
Yeah. What's up, Mug?
Well, we'll get some after the podcast. But just and it doesn't have to be like super serious. You can say whatever you want. But if you were to be the CEO of a company, what would it be, and what would be the first thing that you would do, like as new CEO?
Ooh, okay. Knee jerk. reaction here, but I want to say I would want to be the CEO of Folgers,
Oh.
and then I would want to bring back all the old Folgers commercials.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man.
just make new ones, push those out. People need to know it.
They do. They honestly do. Those commercials were great.
Yeah.
I loved them.
Yeah. Have you seen the one that people like think uh what is it? Man, it's been so long since I saw like the video talking about this, but like I think it was supposed to be like a brother and sister, and like
Yeah. Yeah.
they look at each
Yeah.
other like a little too too
Oh god.
closely. It
It's terrible.
seems to be
I mean,
alluding like some sort of more relationship between them.
yeah.
What
And
the
then the
fuck?
parents discover
Yeah.
them, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, because like someone made a skit out of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To like go along with it. Yeah, the parents discover that the kids are dating each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
it's terrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
so
doing
don't bring
great.
back that one, but bring
No,
back.
that one.
Okay,
You
fine.
kidding me? Fucking, have you seen like the statistics of what everyone's searching for on Pornhub?
No.
Have you heard of
No.
Game of Thrones? They just want incest.
Oh, is there?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Huh. I should go on Pornhub more.
I like that.
Yeah, that does seem like a very Keloid answer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee's brown. I'm brown. Yeah.
That's what you go
Yeah,
for.
yeah, that's what I was going for.
That's the connection. Yeah.
Yep, you read me. I would pick CEO of YouTube.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that position's been filled recently.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Oh
But
boy.
I'd get rid of that guy and then put in good old Faiez.
Yeah.
And the first thing I would do is rig the algorithm to go ahead and promote Bioka Bakery.
Oh. That sounds
you,
like a conflict of interest.
you got my vote.
I mean, that's how you know I'm being a good CEO.
Oh, conflict of interest.
Yes. The conflict of interest executive officer.
Yes. That's what it means. What a world.
Yeah. So for some slight context on that, for those who don't know, although I feel like most people probably would know, especially if you're on YouTube, because like everybody is talking about it on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be seeing some stuff change at some point. But I think it was, well, I don't want to date the episode. Basically, well, it doesn't matter. It's going to be dated by mentioning it. The CEO of YouTube stepped down, which kind of came out of left field because like there wasn't anything really mentioned beforehand. It was literally just like she put out I think it was a tweet or something like that was like, I'm stepping down as CEO. I'm still gonna be in a supportive role for for whoever my new person is gonna be. And then like a day afterwards they were like, by the way, it's gonna be this guy, which I want to say his name is Dean something. I think that was his name.
Dean Neil? I don't know.
Dean
Something like
Koontz?
that. Dean Koontz.
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
Dean
the author.
Koontz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dean
the
Koontz.
author.
It's
Yeah.
Dean Koontz.
Yeah, the poor
His
man's
Content.
Yeah. And
Poor man's who?
so
who wrote it?
Oh, Steven
Steven or
Seagal.
Steven
Steven the poor man's Steven Seagal. Dean
Yeah, there we
Koontz.
go.
Yes, that's
Stephen King. Yeah.
Stephen King. Yes.
Yeah. I hope you guys are learning all these names because we're teaching you stuff here. This is the only way that you're gonna get the proper information.
Yeah.
But anyways, apparently this Dean guy was, or if his name is Dean, he's the guy who apparently tried to push NFTs onto YouTube. Which, everybody just loves NFTs. They're just all over the place. Everybody wants them. Everybody needs them. Everybody has them. So they're totally useless, but everybody needs it. And so yeah, people already have reservations about what could potentially happen. I guess
Yeah.
honestly at this point I'm just leaving it up in the air. It's like here you go. Let's see what you do, and then we'll just start making comparisons between Miss Susan Wojcicki and new guy.
Yeah. Just after our good pal Mr. Biscuits had shit talk Susan a bunch. She's gone. She ran away.
Yeah, coincidence? I think not.
No,
No.
definitely not. uh, I know he. I mean, YouTube's a big company, so like, I mean, I wouldn't say like it's all his fault that there's NFTs, but I did see that there was some evidence that he was like one of the guys that was basically leading that push. So yeah, that's definitely true. But I mean, I don't know. That's not something for me to be like, oh fuck that guy. You know, I'm not like whatever. Like a lot of
Yeah.
businesses, a lot of people thought that that was a good idea to try to jump on that trend, and obviously, as of right now, that has not panned out well for any companies that have done that.
No, not at all.
I don't think much will change. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm a lot more. I don't really want to talk about it because I'm not very educated on it yet, but I'm a lot more wary about that case that's going on right now against YouTube.
Mm,
Oh yes.
about
Yeah.
Section 230.
No. Yeah, sure.
Uh,
I guess if that's the
okay.
number or whatever it is, but yeah. But
Yeah.
if you're more educated on it, go for it.
I guess enough. I watched a YouTube video about it, so I know everything now.
Was it Legal Eagles?
It was the legalist of Eagles. Yeah, he's like,
Ah,
here's some information. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I've
And
got that tab open right now on my PC, but I haven't watched it yet.
I mean, well, first of all, shout outs to Legal Eagle. I like watching it, especially when he covers like just different topics about like law practice and certain
Yeah.
situations, all that stuff. Really cool videos. So if you ever get a chance, check them out. But basically, so and pardon me if I don't get everything 100%, because I literally watched his video and then kind of read a little bit up about it. Um, so basically, there's this thing called Section 230, which what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to make it so that uh basically like if it's a tech company that hosts like a social media aspect on their website, um it and again I'm paraphrasing a lot of this stuff, but basically they
It's supposed
can't
to help them
necessarily
make it. They're not liable, basically, for
exactly.
content that their users post.
Yeah. And because like the legal pointed out that I guess there was a case like a long time ago with another like internet provider where because they actually moderated the content that was like being posted up, uh the like the attorney for the opposing side was saying like, well, because you moderate your stuff, like that means that you know what's going on, like all the crazy stuff that's being said, exactly what's going on. So like because of that, if somebody says something like really fucked up, then you're responsible because you were moderating it. Which it's kind of not fair because even especially now with how many people are using the internet, there's no possible way for people to there's no possible way for humans to be able to moderate websites anymore. That's why we have like auto mods and computer generated mods that they'll look for specific things, and then if somebody feels that they were inappropriately moderated or whatever, then they can talk to a real person. So yeah, Section 230 was basically supposed to be a buffer for these companies. But what happened recently was that this family who I think their daughter died at the hands of like a terrorist attack, and they were saying that YouTube, in a sense, uh, were basically promoting videos of, I think it was like ISIS or something like that.
Yeah, it was ISIS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, well, because YouTube, because the YouTube recommended tab was, recommending all these ISIS videos, it basically is like promoting them. Which, if most people know, like when it comes to the recommended tab, it's gonna go based off of, what you click on, what you search, and then it will give you recommendations for. It's like, oh, well, you watched this video about a cat. Here's
You love
other
ISIS.
videos about cats, something like that. Oh, what?
I said, you watch a video of a cat. You love ISIS now.
I mean, see,
Uh,
and that's the thing that I think is not fair, really, right? Because like,
ISIS cats.
n- not no, shut up. uh, I think because like I know that there's been instances where it's like, like I am curious about certain videos, right? Because they're in my recommended tab, so I'll click on it. But it's not necessarily like a topic that I care like that much about. I kind of just like, it's like, oh, this video looks interesting, I'll watch it. But the minute that you do that, then all of a sudden everything is just like, oh, well, you clearly want to watch this stuff. Like here, like just take it all. Take
Oh
everything,
yeah.
and it's like, no, I wanted to watch the one video, that's it.
Yeah, like the second I accidentally like click on a YouTube video of like some VTuber I never heard of, like the next like 2 weeks, I'm like, she's everywhere.
Yeah, it's true.
But anyways, to bring it back, so yeah, so the family sued YouTube. Uh, they actually got denied by two courts. They got denied by two different courts, because of Section 230. But now they're trying to appeal it, and it's going to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court now will be can potentially be the final say on like, okay, is YouTube being held liable for, what happened, or is Section 230 still viable? And what everybody is kind of talking about is that if Section 230 gets overturned, and tech companies are going to start being responsible for, pretty much everything that's on their website, that there is a possibility that policing is going to be like insanely stricter now, because at this point, like, if anybody can just say like, oh, well, you hosted X thing, which led to X event or Y event, then, it, like, tech companies they're not going to want to take that risk.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I
they're
mean,
less
because
likely
they're
to
all of
take
a
that
sudden.
risk.
Well, yeah. So from my understanding, the big fear is that there's going to be one of two situations. One where either just they're going to go ahead and police the hell out of recommendations, things like YouTube videos. YouTube is just going to be like, well, it's too much of a risk for us to recommend anything, so we're not going to recommend anything from any like non YouTuber that's not verified, not like 100K subs or at least, or probably even more, because God knows that people with that many followers still have a lot more controversies. But they're going to be forced to gear up and only moderate at that level, which means like a channel like us, where we're like way less than 100 subscribers. There's going to be no way that you're going to be able to get promoted for something like that. You're just going to have to try to somehow grow your audience off the platform, not through recommendations, through their algorithm, through recommendations, things like that. So that's one option, which is very scary. Definitely something where it's gonna, basically help just ruin the idea of anybody being a content creator if that happens. And the other situation is that they say no. So we're liable if we do any amount of content moderation. So the way that we get around that is that we don't do content moderation, which means it's the fucking Wild West, and whatever is available on the internet is going to be there, and just it's just like fucking basically all Yeah, Wild West. So both those options are very scary for their own reasons.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing too is that because Legal said that I believe it was AOL at the time was not moderated. Like they're just like whatever, you know, just
Yeah.
you can put whatever you want up there, it's fine. You know, they didn't moderate anything. And especially now with the way people are with like everything, like I mean it was the Wild West back then. This isn't going to be the Wild West. This is going to be like I don't even know. Just
Apocalypse. Fuck yeah.
basically because like and again like it's I mean that's when you start getting into like free speech and you can say what you want to say but consequences blah 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 whatever. I don't think people can handle the apocalypse right now. Like
Yeah.
they're already going insane just from like being moderated and from being you know silenced and all this other stuff. Like if they're allowed to say whatever they want to say, like I don't know, man. I yeah, I think that's a little bit scarier than being like fully policed.
I think what you'd find is something that's already currently going on. People police each other. Like uh
Nah.
like being shamed for playing Hogwarts Legacy
Now look at me.
Ooh,
and, and streaming that.
spicy.
Yeah, someone had created a website. Have they streamed that wizardgame.com where you could look up someone's
Ugh.
Twitch to see if they've streamed Hogwarts Legacy and decide, yeah, I want to cancel this person.
It's been so interesting to see that play out. Because like by the time that we're recording this, the game's come out, and it was definitely a lot more backlash and a lot more people being like extremely woke about this. Which in that in itself, I don't mind. I mean, if you don't want to play the game and you think like, oh, I don't want to support J.K. Rowling and her kooky wizard roby poopy ideas and all this other uh whatever the name is, terp or turf, I guess.
Turf.
That,
Turf,
that just like
yeah.
there, yeah, whatever the hell that bullshit is. So like, if you don't want to support that, sure.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they are just going to all these different people who are playing this, and especially the streamers, that was pretty ridiculous. But I think it's interesting because like I feel like that really got flipped on turned on its head, because now pretty much most of the internet is just like, no, fuck all these people who are like going overboard on everybody trying to stream Hogwarts Legacy. So like
Yeah.
everybody was trying to be like super woke about this, and then like again, if you want to make that, if you want to start a movement to boycott, by all means, go for it. But if you're gonna go ahead and start harassing people who are just trying to enjoy a game, especially streamers who like are in content creators who already get a lot of harassment to in the first place, you're a piece of shit. Like there's like you don't really have any moral standing. You probably barely care about this, or even if you do really care about this, you're too clouded in whatever this thing is to even be open minded about it. Especially like streamers who were trying to do actual charities for streaming. Like they would stream Hogwarts Legacy and then put a bunch of the proceeds towards the Trevor Project or
Yeah.
anything else to help out LGBT communities. And you're still gonna harass those people when obviously they're doing a lot more good for that community. Like
Yeah.
it's so stupid. Like people just want things to be black and white, want somebody to be evil, so that way they can just have a literal witch hunt for them. Just put them at the stake and burn them.
Yeah,
And like
it feels that
uh,
way.
I so like when I saw that somebody like legitimately made a website to basically like search these people out and
Yeah.
like like I'm just gonna say it, that's just straight up evil, right? Because like you were specifically creating something to find somebody, like harass them, do whatever it is, like dox them and like, call them out, all this other stuff. Uh, putting people on a list and saying, "Hey, look at these people that we should, hate and, fuck over and do all this other stuff." Uh, I mean, it's a pretty, it's kind of a dumb comparison to make, but I'm kind of getting some Nazi vibes from this, where it's like, hey, look, here's a class of people that we can find and like go get. Like, do you not see? Like, maybe I'm jumping the gun, but again, like that website, the only reason that website was made was to find these people and basically like just go after them. I think that's worse than saying that like these people like that's worse than boycotting the game, like 100% to me. Like I felt very uncomfortable when I found out that people were just making a website for this.
Yeah, it seems pretty awful. I think I don't know, there's so many things wrong with this. Like, if you think that someone playing this game means that they are anti-trans, transphobic, whatever, then like you don't gotta go harass them. You just don't give them your watch time. Tell, I don't know, your best friend, like, I don't really agree with this person's point of view. It's like, okay, that's fine. That's a stance to take. I don't have any problem with that. But like, to go ahead and harass people, to make some sort of system to like search people out, to decide like, yeah, these are people I can go bug and try and ruin their day. And like, yeah, people who were donating to the Trevor Project, I think Girlfriend Reviews was one of those channels.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's like their proceeds were going towards Trevor Project. And it's just like that. It's like they acknowledge the stigma behind the game, but it's just like, let's offset this by doing some good, and then they still get dunked on for it. It's like, I don't get it. It seems so terrible.
That one, I will say that one, I was kind of mid about that one because like, well, so Critical kind of mentioned it in like this one video. I think it was the video about where he was talking about like Mr. Beast, like when he did, which another controversy. Let's talk about controversies today. But when he did that video of him like curing the 1,000 people of like their blindness with like a surgery and all that stuff. So he was, I mean, Mr. Critical wasn't condemning Mr. Beast for that, but he said that like, which I agree with him on that aspect, but he said that like when it comes to charity stuff like that, it's better if it's not, like put out in the world and like look what I did, like look at this charity, stuff like that. It should just be done, right? And I kind of get that vibe from like the people who are like, well, I already know that I'm going to play this game, it's going to cause controversy, so let me put this charity thing up so that's like, well, it's not that bad, right? Like, people are going to hate on me, but it's like, look at this thing that I like, it's charity. And not to knock that the charity like isn't doing some good, but it does feel a little weird to be like, oh well, it's fine, like it doesn't matter, like he's doing the charity, you gotta give him some slack.
Well, I think the only
feels a
reason
little
it
weird
feels
to me personally.
I think the only reason it feels weird is because they do kind of have to do that just to have like some sort of moral standing, because you always have to have some level of goodwill with whatever audience that you're dealing with, and you have to like kind of do that, and because of that, and I think because we inherently know that, it does sometimes come off as not being as genuine. But I still don't think like whatever, like you could also easily just take the approach of being like, whatever, fuck you, I'm playing it anyways. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I get that, I respect that too. I do think that it's coming from somewhere that's a bit more genuine. And I mean, even with the Mr. Beast thing, like I watched the same Critical video, and Charlie was basically saying that he still thinks that he was a net good. And I mean, for the Mr. Beast thing, I think criticizing the Mr. Beast thing is just so stupid. It's just like
Yeah, no,
I can
that one was
I-
dumb.
It's very
100%.
Yeah.
easy to criticize Mr. Beast
That
on
is
the
true.
standpoint that, like, you see, like, oh, like he's just doing all this cool stuff because it gets some like attention and admiration, and is it like really done for the greater good? Like, yeah, he's still doing good.
They made a
Well,
song
yeah,
about him.
yeah.
but the
About him
thing
being
is,
the Antichrist.
the
I'm not
thing is,
even joking about that either.
Isn't
I,
everyone?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody did. I mean,
No,
like Mr.
but-
Beast is literally the fucking biggest single creator. So yeah,
yeah.
the stupid part about it is like, it's not like he's just doing a little bit of philanthropy here and there on his views. Like he has like multiple organizations and multiple
Yeah.
fun
Mhm.
projects that he's always doing. So yeah, and obviously this all helps his brand, but he like that is his whole thing. So I don't know. Yeah, like obviously he's reaping benefit from it, but so what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's just it's the stupidest thing to harp on. There's so much. There's so many other like billionaires and stuff like that to just waste your energy on. So many other countries doing like fucked up shit. It's like
Yeah, for
just
sure. Yeah.
leave a streamer who's playing Hogwarts Legacy alone. Leave Mr. Beast alone. I mean, leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really easy for people these days to just hate on people who have renown and money, and Mr. Beast definitely has both. But it's true. He definitely does a lot more good than most people do. And the other thing about it is, I think most people who would try to talk crap about Mr. Beast probably have done very minimal parody work themselves.
Yeah, people just hate shit. That's people that are successful and popular and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hands down.
I guess that's the
Yeah.
new meta for life right now, eh?
Right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
People just have too much time on their hands.
Yeah. I mean, go start a podcast.
Yeah, I know. Just like who the fuck gets at a VRChat and talks about Mr. Beast?
Yeah, that's dumb. That's stupid. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm still hungry for Hot Pockets.
You and your hot pockets. It's unending.
I don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
Hot Pockets.
That's
What do
why
you
it's
mean me and my Hot
unending. It
Pockets?
won't end until you get hot pockets.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, so
Very
so we kind of got off topic with that. So okay, so CEO of Folgers, and you're bringing back old commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going back to that topic.
I
Like-
mean, I didn't even say what I was gonna be CEO of.
We're going through topic session exception. We just like pulled out 5 fucking layers right now.
Stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, CEO of
Okay.
YouTube, and we're gonna boost our channel numbers, guaranteed 100%. So kind of another knee jerk. I don't know why either, but for some reason I would like the first thing that came into my mind was to be the CEO of Nestle. And then
Fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then my first change would be because well, and I don't watch that much TV anymore, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have a bunch of commercials, but I would replace all commercials with memes from the internet, because the one thing that's been stuck in my mind, which shows that it's good marketing, is that one stupid Nestle Crunch meme where it's like the little kid, he's like, "That's why I love Nestle Crunch," and then the next second you just hear somebody getting the shit slapped out of him in a loud scream. Like that's been stuck in my head for some reason. So it's like, if that works as a meme, then that'll work as a commercial.
Huh. So you're not gonna undo all the evil that is Nestle.
No.
Okay. Got it.
I mean, he's already got nepotism on the brain for CEO. You're the only one that wants to do good by the world.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on.
the CEO of Nestle has talked about like how it's his dream to like fucking control all the water and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's why he
Oh.
started his own water company.
It's
that thing?
pretty It's pretty crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'll. Well, that'll be the second thing then.
Okay, second
I'll
thing.
change that.
Number two.
Yeah, at least number 2.
Number 2, own all the water.
No, that's not what I said.
I'll change that. I will be successful in owning all the water.
It won't just be a
Yeah.
dream I'm chasing.
Just see me standing on top, just like, yes, all the water is mine.
Even the oceans.
Even the ocean.
Fuck you, China. Get these artificial islands out of here.
Damn.
So,
Um,
to pull back to, to stop going off topic, back to Maya Angelou versus Harriet Tubman or whoever we were deciding.
wow. I'm losing complete track of where this is all coming from.
Just
We're
go
going here
back.
and there. It was a steady going steamroller of topics being laid down. Now we're just
Run that shit all back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go back to
let's
the
start
introduction.
the episode all over again. just rewind it and be like, so what do you think?
We're all a
of
bunch of boys.
Oh yeah, boys.
boys?
Okay. So speaking of evil corporations,
Ooh.
Amazon, one of the most evil corporations out there.
Amazon.
Yeah, that's the one.
Amazon.
You get it. I was reading some nonsense in Hullabaloo recently about them. A manager was doing like some employee review kind of stuff, and they basically have like a bucket list of a bucket with a list of people that have been thrown into a category. I forget what they call it. I'm just gonna say it as I saw it: undesirables, workers who are not very good, inefficient, should be axed. And he
They
saw
don't fire them.
well, so like that's where the step is gonna go. So it goes.
Oh.
You get put on this review list, and then you're eventually gonna get fired, terminated, phased out in some way. They'll figure it out. Your fate has been sealed. Well, this manager saw that one of his best performing employees was put onto this list, and so he goes to his boss to refute this and be like, no, this guy doesn't belong on this list. He is one of my best workers. And this guy had to fight like tooth and nail just to like make sure this dude didn't get put on this list. Because he's just like, no, this dude is a great worker. He does not deserve to be put on here.
Damn.
And eventually he's able to get that decision reversed. This employee is pulled off the list. But then the next review comes around, and for the managers, and he gets put on that list. And so then at every step of his review, he asks, well, what's the reason? Where have I underperformed? And I think it was 3 or 4 people he goes through for this review process. And none of them can give him an answer to pinpoint where his inadequacies lie. And eventually he gets encouraged to leave. Just quit.
Yep.
And so like he talks about in this article like how it seems to work is when Amazon wants to cut back their workforce, they of course do reviews. They find all the least eligible workers, people who aren't up to snuff and make sense to fire. But then
The Bobses.
yes. But eventually, because of course a company tries to hire good workers, they fill those lists with all the people who are not very good very quickly, and then still have to get rid of more people. So then they just seem to arbitrarily pick people from the workforce.
Oh, I thought it was implied that he was picked because he was rocking the boat.
Well, his bad review was likely because he was walking the boat. However, the employee who was under him, who he fought for, was
Yeah, it was
an arbitrary pick.
Well,
And yeah, kind of wacky.
yeah, that doesn't sound surprising at all.
I mean, yes and
It's fucked
no.
up.
It's definitely fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, like when a company's got to do like thousands of layoffs and shit like that, like you're at a certain point, you're probably gonna have arbitrary picks for who's gonna get laid off.
I just think the first people to go should be the highest earners. You save the most money by getting rid of where most of the money goes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's too
In,
logical.
in actuality, what typically happens is middle management gets cut out.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah. That that I feel really bad for that guy though, cuz like I've been in that situation before where like I've like tried to fight for people or like, try to like basically just, making sure that like staff are okay and that staff are taken care of. And then at the end of it like upper management is just like, "Well, you're doing a shit job." So, that's basically why I left my last job. Was cuz like I was trying my damnedest to make sure that like the like the associates and stuff like that were that they weren't too stressed out and that like they were being taken care and that they knew that like somebody was there to like listen to them and help them out, right? Because like none of the other people were helping them out during all that crazy time after COVID. And then at the end of the day, like I had so many management people just saying like, well, you don't do this and like you don't do that and like you don't help us out. And it's like, bitch, you don't help me out. Like it's a two-way street. Like you got to be able to help me if I'm going to be able to help you, and I'm trying to help you, but when I try to help you, you're like, no, 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 that's not what I want. I don't want that. I want this. And it's like, well, you can't do that. um so yeah, like that's just such a terrible feeling to be like man, I helped this associate out, blah blah blah, and then upper management's just like, you're on the shit list now. Bye, get out.
Yeah, they wouldn't say that if you owned all the water.
You're right. See, and that's why I need to own that water. That water shall be mine. I shall
And
become
chocolate milk.
Poseidon, god of the sea,
And chocolate milk.
and chocolate milk.
Yes, and chocolate milk. Delicious.
Hot Pockets and chalky milk. Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know
You
about
put hot
that.
pocket in the chocolate milk.
No,
Oh, of
I
course.
knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
But what if
It
it's
cool-
a grilled cheese Hot Pocket?
And it cools down your hot pocket.
Yeah, see?
Grilled cheese Hot Pocket?
Innovation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that probably
Was
be the
that-
only one.
Was I the only one who did that? Like like grilled cheese and then dunked it into hot chocolate? Is that a thing?
I did it with tomato soup. That's about it.
That's weird.
Well, so I have my of course terrible condition where milk will destroy me. And so as a child I would do
but-
anything to avoid it.
But then you have like the cheese and the hot chocolate and they cancel each other out.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
My foolish child brain didn't think about how the transitive properties of science would have canceled the
Yeah.
two in a transmorgative way.
That's why you'll never be CEO of Nestle.
Yeah, that's why I'm going for Folgers.
I was thinking of Nesquik. Wait, is Nesquik Nestle?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's got Ness.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nesquik, Nestle.
Yeah.
Ah.
Nintendo
just makes
Nintendo
sense.
Entertainment System.
Quick.
Nintendo.
Yes. Very good. Speaking of things that aren't very good though.
Again?
Aliens.
Oh no.
Oh, but are
Aliens.
they
Wait.
good?
Wait, what do you mean they're not very good? You don't know.
You xenophobe.
Aliens.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
build that wall, keep the aliens out.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it.
Doesn't work against their cylinders and octagons.
Sure, it does. We just haven't tried. We need to make bigger cylinders and octagons than they can build.
Oh, so we need to get like an iron dome around all the United States.
Yes, to keep out all the aliens that are trying to fly in.
We
Yeah.
send our cylinders at their cylinders.
Yeah, make them touch.
No, don't make them touch.
Geometry wars.
Geometry
Yeah.
wars.
It's the only way.
Geometry wars in real life.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all these alien objects allegedly flying into the country.
Shapes.
What's up with that?
Geometry.
You think it's geometry?
It's a simulation breaking
You know-
down, man.
You know, they say if you get visited by an alien and you're presumably first contact, the only way to show an alien that you are an intelligent life form, since of course they can't read our
Sorry,
written
asshole.
language, close, is to show them displays of your intelligence of geometry, since geometry is a math that transcends language.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
What if they don't got eyes?
Ooh. Didn't think about that, did ya?
Never be CEO.
Well, then how'd they get here?
Huh?
How did they
Yeah.
get here if they don't have eyes?
Magnets.
They got the fourth dimension, man. The fourth dimension.
We're not in the fourth dimension. How'd they get here?
Haven't you seen that fucking scene in every movie where you get the paper, you fold it in half, and then you just fucking,
keep
do
folding
the
it
little
over and over
pencil
again.
through it.
That
Yeah.
that wasn't in Puss in Boots.
Every science fiction movie.
Oh, that wasn't in. No, I didn't see Wakanda Forever.
Is that would that well I guess would that be classified as science fiction?
You wouldn't call it science fiction?
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's Black
Oh,
History Month.
because wouldn't it I mean, it's technically
Did it-
what superhero movie now, right?
that didn't come out during February, did it?
No.
No,
Yeah.
no. Forever. It came out forever.
No. Of course.
But yeah, I thought superhero movies were like their own genre now, so it just falls under that, right?
I don't believe in new genres.
Well, too bad.
Doesn't exist. Not real.
They made too many Marvel movies for you to say that.
We got rid of the idea of creating new genres after Dark Souls was released.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the last genre.
yeah. Souls.
Dark
Souls
Souls,
Yeah.
yeah.
Soulsborne. The Soulsborne genre.
Yeah, nah, Dark Souls. No, is what Soulsborne means.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, so aliens, the the non-Earth kind.
Yeah, yes. Very important thing to put out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's wacky. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if these things are whatever the hell they are. Didn't Congress just get like briefed on it? Because I remember seeing like a bunch of videos pop up of like congressmen just being like, "Oh yeah, we got briefed on it, and the American Republic needs to know. I think they're ready for this." And then people were like, "What the fuck? What's going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did think it was weird that like yeah, they're more willing to just say like, oh, it's just a straight up UFO. It's a UFO. Alien.
well,
UFO just
UFO
means unidentified flying object. So I
Well,
mean,
like,
to
there-
call something a
but-
UFO
But
means
I mean,
like
there's-
it means if I throw a frisbee out my window right now and someone sees it and they don't know it's a frisbee, it's a UFO.
yeah,
But I mean, like I feel like they're being more like upfront about like it is of alien nature and like
they haven't. Said
I don't
that.
know.
They have not said that it's of alien nature. The only thing that they've said is
Uh.
that they are not ruling out that it could be extraterrestrial. But they have not said that they thought it was.
Well,
The only thing that
Okay,
that
fine.
they-
They're not gonna officially say it.
no, but I mean, like they also hinted that it could just be some other country's like technology that they don't understand yet.
yeah, it could be
Uh,
Wakandan.
You guys
And-
just haven't had your eyes open to the truth.
I mean, clearly you haven't been watching anything. If you're like
I
saying
haven't.
they've been
That's why I'm
saying
making these wild, baseless claims just off
yes.
of the pictures that is how the world works now. You don't do research. You just say what you believe. So
Do your own research.
do your research. I'll do my not research.
I will
That
be
is how
on
that
r
goes, yeah.
slash aliens. Thank you very much.
Very reputable.
That
uh,
which actually is where I saw those clips.
Makes
but
sense.
in all seriousness, yeah, I legitimately like I've just been seeing all of the uh like articles or whatever talking about it. I haven't read any, and I was just like, a legit. Okay, my honest opinion is, if it is actually aliens, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do, man. We're not gonna stop them. Like,
Do aliens exist? And if they come to America, are they illegal?
Be careful with that coffee, man.
uh, what?
Are they illegal if they come to America? Is that-
Yeah,
Yes. Making them
I-
illegal aliens, of course.
if they come illegally, then yeah, then they're illegal. I mean, obviously it's illegal. We're shooting them down.
I think if an alien came to America, they should have diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic community.
Yes. They are an ambassador from wherever they're from, and they have come to America to do whatever.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
then Danny
know.
Glover's just gonna shoot him.
Well, then that's Danny Glover's business. Let him be Danny Glover. Okay? It might ruin relations, but that's Danny Glover. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's too old for this shit.
Yeah,
He might be
we'll get
dead. I don't
Donald.
know.
Yeah, we'll get Donald Glover instead.
Ah, yeah, Donald Glover. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely fucking weird. Whatever it is, it's weird. Especially because like they did release the audio of the one that they shot out over Michigan. Whatever the one over the
Yeah, Michigan.
yeah. And like the pilot is just describing it, and it doesn't tell you much. It's just like, I don't see propulsion, and it looks like an octagon. And then they're like, you may fire when ready, and then you just close it
Yeah, they just activate the fucking Death Star. Yep.
up. Yeah. So like who knows? It is weird that they've said they haven't been able to recover it. I mean, so I think there's a couple of theories by the Ian and UFO enthusiast community. One is that these are actually things that have come from alien and UFO technology. But there's also those that are like, nah. Every country has already been like retrieved UFOs in the past, and they've studied them and they've gotten that technology before. And some people think that like, oh, this could be just another country that's using that technology now. Like they understand how to use gravity to be able to use that as alternative to just propulsion, basically for movement. Because that's the thing about these, like the movement doesn't look normal. And this is something that's been reported by Air Force for a long time. Like they've always talked about these like UFOs or UAPs, and said like, yeah, they have strange erratic. Erratic. The cylinder's like, ooh.
It was just getting interesting.
oh, could you imagine?
The pilot's like,
the pilot,
I'm
he's like,
aroused. Over.
yeah, that's what the pilot's just like, it's circling in a very seductive fashion. I'm getting horny. No.
No, you can't make it. The speeds.
That I would love to see the audio log for that one. He's just like oh, I can't stop myself.
Jimmy now.
Damn.
But yeah, so like that's been reported forever, and like they've also released footage of stuff that looks like this. Like
Yeah.
there's the famous like Tic Tac, that shit, what was his name? Was he a commander or general? Whatever his name is, like very reputable, like retired, like upper level military Air Force guy that went on Joe Rogan, and like he's someone that is not very well like respected, not considered to be a kook, and he had an encounter like this and described it. and it's described in a very similar manner to what we're seeing today. And this was back in, I want to say, early 2000s, maybe even 90s, that he saw it. And there's been several reports among the Air Force and Navy of seeing stuff like this.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, like seeing all the these accounts that kind of seem to coincide with one another.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh,
We don't know.
I know, because I didn't
Oh.
read anything, so I'm already not brainwashed.
Oh, you're still on Balloon Boy?
What?
Balloon Boy?
Balloon
Yeah.
Boy? Yeah. He's the real hero this country needs. Right? I don't know.
Definitely
I
not.
actually don't know.
He,
I don't
he
know.
would
You
have gotten
don't, you
that.
don't remember the Balloon Boy?
He would
Are
have
you
gotten
talking
that
about the guy
Chinese
that-
balloon.
Like on the chair, right? And then he had to like pew, pew. I don't know. Is
And a
that-
pew
am I-
pew.
Yeah, he had to pew pew.
I don't know. What are you talking? Hey, talk about it, Keloid. Don't just be like, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Elaborate. Balloon Boy.
It's that old thing, like how many years ago did that happen? Like, I don't know, a million now. Where it was like a UFO, but it was like some balloon that a dad had set up with his kid.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
was that
Yeah.
that was
It
the
was a weather
one that
balloon.
was?
Yeah, it was like a silver weather
Yeah.
balloon.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
there's all those memes, I want to believe. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what an internet historian did the video on, right?
Yes, internet history
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't know he's called Balloon Boy. I don't know.
Yeah, Balloon Boy. He's the real hero this country needs.
He was a little shit.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
Probably still is. Probably plays
Probably.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh,
Oh
damn.
my god.
What a garbage
Fucking
human being.
transphobe.
Yeah, probably doesn't even know it's Black History Month.
Damn.
Yeah,
As much of a transphobe as Keloid and as much of a says Faiez.
he probably also wants to control all the water.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has to.
Yeah, he probably also wants to be CEO of YouTube.
Probably also just sits on a podcast and doesn't say anything all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably does.
Evil fuck. But anyways, aliens. Yeah. So okay. What would you say? So just in general, do you think aliens would ever come in peace, or are they just going to be hostile?
Okay. So, are you talking about like a first contact situation?
Yeah.
I don't think the first visitor of an alien species would come guns blazing. I think first and foremost, any
Or would they come?
What?
How?
What did you say?
I said, but would
You can't even repeat it.
Would they come?
Just-
Yes, they're gonna fly over here all erotically. Yes.
Just do the fucking what was it? Cyberpunk 2077 meme.
Yeah.
Will they come?
It was just the way he said what. So fucking pissed.
I think the first visitor of an alien race doesn't come to start stuff. I think that it's primarily exploration and discovery. But I think it's the second visit where you'll find the guns are blazing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I
like-
would
oh,
think of
yeah.
it just like what happened in, fucking pilgrims coming to the Americas, It's like, the aliens would come by, they would they'd be like, "Oh, here's our wheat," and we're like, "Oh, here's our corn." And then, they would just like next ask us like, "All right, can I probe your ass or your mouth?" And that's the only decision we get. And then
Yeah.
after that, we're just, we get put into the matrix and we're just power cells for the aliens.
Those were the machines, though.
Aliens,
Yeah, I
machines,
said
same
like
thing.
Matrix.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Okay. I
Um,
guess at some point we black out the sky.
yeah. Well, of course, that's always our ace in the hole.
Yeah.
Black out the
You
sky.
don't kill us, we kill us.
That's unfortunately too realistic.
I'll be damned if you get the W.
Yeah. I'd stand by it.
It's a very spiteful move that affects your whole race.
Or just like, look, you get no natural resources.
Yeah, no plundering us.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah,
Except
well,
for that
that didn't
booty
work
hole.
out in the case of the machines.
Yeah. Well, we got to live, kind of.
Hey,
They
yeah,
needed
kinda.
us.
They
It
did
worked
need
out.
us. You're right. Because if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have lived at all.
Yeah.
Spoilers for the Matrix, by the way.
And we got one really good movie out of it, two decent ones, and a fourth that we don't talk about.
Mm, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Ah, there's a dog in my room.
Fuck aliens.
This dog doesn't belong in
no.
this room.
All right, BusterZero, get out.
Okay, bye.
I still see you.
That's what dogs do. They don't listen. They
That's
just
what-
stare.
that's-
They
that
just
is what-
stare at you.
That is what bad dogs do.
You're a bad boy. Did you need to deal with the dog? Or are you good?
No, my mom yelled at it.
Okay, perfect.
I just hope it didn't come up on audio.
Your mom's like, BusterZero, get out of here.
Just hear the broom.
Okay, so one other thing I want to talk about is some video games. So we already talked a little bit about Hogwarts Legacy, but also what just came out, Wild Hearts, that Nippon-esque Monster Hunter type game. Looks pretty good.
Did that just release? I remember looking at the page the other day and seeing that it wasn't out yet and being disappointed and then choosing not to look at the release day.
I'm pretty sure it released like today or something. Like it released this week. I thought. Definitely will have released by the time this comes out.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Keloid has sworn off of Monster Hunter, hates Capcom. Are you gonna play Wild Hearts?
It's not made by Capcom, right?
No, it's I forget who. Bandai? I don't know.
And
Sounds
there are no proceeds that go to J.K. Rowling, right?
No.
Can I make a black character?
Probably not, since it's Japanese.
Oh, then I don't know if I can at least this month.
Okay, so March 1st.
Yeah, March 1st I'll play it. I'm looking forward to it. To give you a serious answer, yes, I do want to play it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I do want to get it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right away, but basically I'm just gonna wait until there's a group of us that are wanting to play it, and I'm kind of like interested to see what the longevity of that game is, because that's one of the main things. So like I played Monster Hunter Rise a little bit, didn't buy the expansion. You did play Monster Hunter Rise, and well, actually I want to talk to you more about your feelings on that. But for me, what my main complaint for it is that there was not a lot of longevity with both Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter World. The fact that on release they don't have G rank, just once I found that out twice in a row for Monster Hunter World and for Monster Hunter Rise, and both times it just really took the wind out of my sails, because like I don't have something to work towards, because the games aren't fucking challenging when it's when you're not doing G rank. I mean, if this was back in the day when you're playing on the PSP, yeah, sure, any fucking monster is gonna whoop your ass when you have to like, oh, I have to stop then aim, and like I only have one analog stick because the PSP is stupid.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like artificial difficulty in there, just because of the controls and a lot of bullshit with the hitboxes. So like, yeah, it was something where it was like challenging. So when you like, beat your first like Tiger X or Kezu, it's like everything was really fucking rewarding. But now it's just like whatever. Like I could just steamroll. I don't even need to like only bring potions and honey and all this stuff. Or, barely even need to worry about traps. Like so for me, it's just like I didn't have a lot of motivation. Like, this is autopilot going through it. I'm really interested to see if Wild Heart is like as lacking of in challenge as Monster Hunter has become, because that's been my main complaint. But I know you've got similar passionate complaints.
Yeah, I felt pretty much the exact same way. When it came to Monster Hunter Rise, as soon as I saw the announcement for Sunbreak, I think literally I stopped playing that week after. Because I just like it's the exact same thing as World. I don't feel like I don't feel the passion to continue because it's just like I don't want to buy another title for
Mm.
uh for a difficulty that I feel should come with the game. All these Monster Hunter games before Monster Hunter World would all have G rank, and any updates would be free updates, whether that just be items or monsters added. Usually both, and usually in fair margins. But while both World and Rise do have some free updates, the biggest thing being that there is no G rank, the hardest difficulty in the game. The thing that in all previous Monster Hunter games you strive to get to this difficulty level. Say like I beat like this crazy monster in G rank, and it's just like the rush of like how hard those fights were.
Oh
And
yeah,
then yeah, World and Rise. World not as egregious as Rise. World had a good amount of content and didn't feel as um didn't feel as easy as Rise. Rise feels really easy.
yeah. They
Uh
they keep giving you too many like really cool but like big quality of life things. Like
yeah,
there's way too much in your arsenal, way too many ways to cheese things.
yeah,
Like the mounting the monster has been cool ever since I forget which Monster Hunter they first implemented that in. But like all that stuff is kind of cool. But now it's just like when a second monster comes in, you're like, ooh, it's like an
yeah,
opportunity. Whereas before, it's just like if you had a second monster come in, you're like, fuck my shit, senpai.
yeah. I gotta throw poop at its face.
Yeah, exactly. You had to get dung bombs. You had to throw it at their face, but then it might be a monkey, and he might throw his poo right back in your face.
Yeah,
Also, it needs to be fucking brutal as shit. And now it's just like, yeah, with Rise, it's like, okay, I feel like a badass, but I also feel like I am, you know, Capcom's just holding my hand through the entire experience. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying that a game needs to be difficult in order for you to be able to enjoy it, but that's what I like about Monster Hunter. What I liked about it is like I would have 3 friends where I'm like, dude, I've been trying to fucking fight this monster. I can't do it. And we'd all like have this fucking struggle where we're just like, on our PSPs or whatever and just being like, man, fuck this guy and getting all
yeah.
pissed. And then when we finally get it, like you just get that really deserved sense of accomplishment when you finally beat it.
Oh yeah,
And now it's like, if you have 3 friends fighting anything in Monster Hunter, you're going to fucking win. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like maybe if you solo something that is, balanced for that, but even then, soloing is also pretty easy.
yeah. They give far too many tools. It's funny because like one thing I also notice about Monster Hunter nowadays, at least modern Monster Hunter, I should say, is quality of life changes that you'd want out of just any game when done to Monster Hunter were just like dumb things to make it easy. So remember gathering herbs and honey would take you like forever. You'd be in the animation, and it'd be to the point where you had to have a surplus that you brought with you in case you needed to make more potions. Now, if you need to make potions, your gathering is instant, and
Yeah.
you also autocraft. So it's
And
like,
you don't even have to dismount. Like when you're
yeah,
on your Palamute or whatever, you just roam by like, oh, herbs.
yeah. So it's just like, yeah, it's a quality of life change that I think was like a good decision, but in the end, like too many other things made it so it's like so damn easy.
Yeah, it's the compounding quality of life changes where it's just like I do not need to work it for anything anymore. I mean, you still need monster drops, and like to be fair, like when you're trying to get a certain armor or weapon, yeah, like that is still frustrating because there is still a lot of RNG. But like the actual, but I almost feel like because the hunts aren't a challenge, it feels even worse now because it's like I'm just doing this and it's easy, and I can turn my brain off.
Yeah,
Whereas before, it's like I have to kill how many fucking Rathalos?
yeah, yeah. Because you're right. Now it feels like I've learned the monsters patterns. Now I just have to do my strings,
Yeah.
and it's dead. And okay, even drop rates are higher than they were before. Before it'd be like I remember in my first Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Try on the Wii. Uh, I killed like 35 Rathians to get my first plate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck getting plates, man. Fuck getting plates, getting hearts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like, I do hope that uh, well, I honestly, I don't have very high expectations for any future Monster Hunter game improving
Yeah.
things because they got such a high amount of players by implementing all this stuff in the world. And I don't
Yeah.
think they're taking anything away to add difficulty. I don't think that they're going to add in G rank in the next main title Monster Hunter game. I think it's going to be another DLC thing. Buy the expansion, give us another $60, throw it in our face. Yes, rub it all over me. And I'm just not into that. Just not down.
You see, yeah. So you don't have a problem with the idea of having a DLC in general. It's just more so that G rank is there. That's the thing that really pisses you off.
Yes. Yes. I would have gladly been more interested in buying an expansion if the base games had already had G rank content in them.
The thing I don't get it is like I don't think that really helps their sales. I think it's just a shitty decision that not a lot of people complain about. I definitely share your complaint for that, but like not a lot of other people seem to care.
Yeah.
Which that
Yeah.
is the more frustrating part to me.
Yeah. No one sees that it feels like so predatory.
I don't. I guess it is predatory. I don't know. It just seems dumb. It seems dumb, but Capcom's not being punished for it, so that's
Like,
the frustrating part.
yeah. Yeah. Like, if base world had G rank
Yeah.
and Iceborne was just like cool new maps, cool hub, and throw in some cool monsters because it's there's additional story in there as well. Then it'd be like, okay, I don't mind buying an expansion for this at that
Well,
point.
the thing is, I feel like everyone would still buy it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't get what the advantage is putting G rank behind there. Like,
no,
I mean, MMOs have this same model. They come
yeah,
out with expansions all the time, and like take Final Fantasy 14. It's not like Endwalkers when we started having challenging content. Shadowbringers, everything else before that, they all have their own challenging content as it goes, because you need something to strive for.
yeah,
But I'm always confused why that doesn't seem to apply for most players and for Monster Hunter. Like, because to me, I look at it almost like an I mean, it's not an MMO, but like the fact that it's an RPG that you want to build towards. And if I don't have hard content to build towards, I don't want to farm. Like
yeah,
that's not what gets me. And I know everyone's not like that. Everyone doesn't just care about like the end game, like harder content. But for me, that is very much what motivates me. So like, and for me, it's not just the fact that they put it behind a paywall that pisses me off. It's like you're at launch, you're not giving me what I want.
yeah,
You're not giving me the ability to strive to that. I gotta also wait and pay. So it's like
yeah,
the double slap to my face where I say "fuck you."
yeah. It's a real kick in the dick in the balls.
Yeah. Ah,
And
Veggie
I stopped
Games.
playing
What'd you stop playing?
Monster Hunter.
You stopped at the first Monster Hunter.
No, so and I'm trying to I was trying to figure out like what is it about specific like that specific genre. So because I've played Monster Hunter games, I personally haven't gotten invested as like you guys. And like I think maybe it it feels too much of like a grind for me just like early on. Cuz like when it like those types of games where you kind of have to do like the same thing over and over again, but then you get like and I have a feeling you know where you're going to go after I say this, but let me get it. Uh yes, yeah, right there.
Getting ready to throw this
Um
at you.
but like that for some reason like that form of repetition is like it's too grindy for me, and I just lose interest like immediately. Like I'll play for a while. I'll play for a couple weeks. You know, I'll kind of like get through some of the game, but then eventually I'm like, I just don't want to do this anymore. But I find it interesting because like one of my personal favorite genres is roguelites. Like I love roguelites, and technically that's the same thing, right? You're like grinding, you know, over and over and over again. You're getting like little things here and there. So I've kind of just been curious, like what is it about like those two styles of games where like I can grind away at roguelites and do like little things, but I just like am annoyed with grinding on like Monster Hunter to like get parts like that.
So
I don't
I,
know.
I won't throw my glass of whiskey or iced tea at you because you like roguelites and you don't like grinding this. That very much I think makes sense because roguelites are meant to feel different every time that you actually go through. So it makes sense because it's roguelites, even though they are kind of grindy, they don't feel grindy because every run is different experience. There's a lot of RNG to it, and you also typically in most roguelites are getting progress through each of those. And it's like, ooh, I could use this on my next run. So there's all this cool shit where roguelites are actually addictive. That's why this genre. So that perfectly makes sense to me why you would like roguelites and not like the grinding of Monster Hunter. But there's other reasons I throw the glass at you because you like JRPGs, and JRPGs are grinding as fuck. So that doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense to me.
Yeah. See, and again, like that's ah it, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like I think that's why it confuses me sometimes when it's like why don't I like Monster Hunter? Because yeah, like and maybe it's because like I've played JRPGs like a lot longer compared to Monster Hunter. So like I've just been like used to, you know, grinding out levels and, you know, going to different areas and like progressing story and stuff like that. Um I don't know. I legitimately ask myself that question every once in a while. I was like, why don't I like Monster? Because like the other thing too is that, um, so there was one game specifically that I played on PS Vita, which I same thing. I haven't completed it, but for some reason I was having more fun with it compared to like Monster Hunter, and it's this game called Freedom Wars. And it's kind of a similar concept, right? Because like basically like you'll have missions where you like fight monsters, and they're like, you know, they're big monsters, so you're like fighting with like a team of AI and stuff like that. The way that they kind of shake it up a little bit though is that they'll do like search and rescue missions. So like you have to go, like you and your squad have to like go find these people that were like from your jail cell thing, and you have to like take them, but like while you're grabbing them, the opposing force is trying to like steal them for their jail cell thing. Um and there's also like resource gathering, so like you have to gather x amount of resources, and for some reason like I was more engaged with that compared to Monster. So, I don't know, I'm just a weirdo, I guess, because like
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
every time I've tried to play Monster Hunter, like I'll play it, I'll be fine with it, but then I just like I will just lose interest, and then I'll be like, okay, well I don't want to play anymore, like I'm done, I got my monster fix out of it.
You played Rise, didn't you?
I did.
It's got the dog.
It does have the dog.
It does have the dog.
You
That was
weren't
one of the things I loved
entertained.
about it.
You weren't entertained enough by the dog.
I was, and then, but
Not enough.
okay, not enough. I guess
He was a good boy.
he was.
You don't know.
I
You
made
don't know his Palamute.
Oh yeah, I guess yours might have been a bad boy.
What?
Good point. Good point.
But I
Yeah.
named him Repeat. He was the
I
goodest
named
boy.
mine Repeat.
Hey,
Eh,
it's
I
too
named mine
easy.
Pooty.
Pooty.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I do think it's interesting though that like I don't know. There's just something about Monster Hunter that like I can't get into that particular grind, and I don't know why.
I mean, the gameplay loop's not for everyone, so that's
No.
fine.
Although
But
I
I mean,
would say,
I don't think it's the grind. I think it's just the fact that you don't find the gameplay loop rewarding enough. Because obviously you're willing to grind.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I guess that is it. Cause yeah, it's like you just saying like I had to grind through 35 fucking Rathians to get this one plate. It's like holy shit, man. I definitely would not do that. I'd be done after like my fifth one. I'd be like, ah, fuck this, I'm out.
I really wanted the armor.
Which yeah, I don't want the armor. I guess I don't want it bad enough.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
it is.
You know, and I think for me, the biggest thing I always enjoyed about Monster Hunter is I was playing Monster Hunter. So I played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite 2, and we do that on the PSP. And yeah, it kind of had online play, but online play really sucked back then. So what we would do is, we had a group of like 4 of us, at least, that would go ahead and play Monster Hunter, and we would gather up. Be like, all right, let's go play some Monster Hunter. So we'd come over to my house or one of our other buddies' house, and we'd all hunt, or even out in the middle of nowhere, like just out walking around, go to a park, and then we'd be hunting, and
Yeah.
like just the fact that we'd all be hunting together, like you get kind of that same feeling of like when you're doing a LAN, because that's in a way exactly what it is with just a bunch of PSPs. And so that was such a cool, unique feeling where we're all hunting and we're all cussing in the same room at this fucking piece of shit Kezu that keeps on like hitting us with his long, stupid, eyeless neck. And we're just getting frustrated by that, but then we like get it together. So even if we're like grinding, like the grind was kind of like we took effort and we had to be like, oh, go do this, or go out and heal yourself and come back in. So there's all this stuff where you had to coordinate. So I was really looking forward to Rise because I wanted that again. And so I was looking for like, all right, yeah, Switch. It's a handheld. We could all be in the same room and we could hunt.
Yeah.
And we did that a bit, and I was like, oh, well, you're going that way. Your dog's like jumping all the way up there. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Okay. I guess we don't need to talk about this. This is pretty easy. So like that was one of the things that like really bothered me. Oh, yeah, I didn't get that same feeling.
No. Yeah. The only coordination is attack.
Yeah.
It's dead. Carve it.
Survive.
Yeah.
That's guy.
Survivor.
Yeah. It is disappointing how easy it is, and yeah, hand holding is definitely the way I would describe modern Monster Hunter.
I just looked at my camera and I just realized I was like looking really stupid when I was looking at you. Like my body was all contorted. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just a bunch of old angry men. That's the name of this podcast. We don't care. I mean, Zoomers don't care. They don't know. They don't know the struggle.
They don't know the struggle. They don't know about what it's like to claw your PSP.
Yeah, they don't
Contort
know
your
what it's like.
hand in ways it's not supposed to.
They don't know what it's like to go ahead and go to the mountain zone, climb uphill both ways to go hunt a T-Rex.
Oh yeah.
These kids don't know.
Get knocked off the mountain by the bullfango you weren't watching.
Oh fuck that! Every time we climb up those mountains. Yeah, actually, I need to show you. This YouTube video. But it was this guy who literally is doing what we just talked about. Like he's just showing you like back in the day, like Freedom and Unite 2, like all the fucking like struggles you had to do and just like how it is in Rise or World.
Oh man. Yeah, I need to check that out.
Yeah.
Eh.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to discuss? Should we wrap it up?
I'm out of
well,
topics.
I actually had a quick question.
Yeah.
When did the editor get here?
Huh? Why are you there? What do you
Who
got?
are you?
What in your mouth? Are you smoking?
Who are you?
Oh my god.
Wow.
The
Wow.
whole this is unusable. Oh my god.
We gotta throw this out.
Yeah.
Have they been there the whole time?
I thought that couch was looking kind of lumpy.
That's okay. I'm really freaked out right now. We need to end this. I
Oh,
can't handle this.
lollipop.
I can't handle this.
You know how bad sugar is for you? Oh, you should just smoke.
Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible. I think we're done here. I think
Yeah, we
we're
gotta.
gonna have to do it again. We're gonna do it again.
Alright,
Remember everything you said.
Again,
Remember everything you said.
Yeah. Sorry, we'll
everything.
we'll just censor Faye out the whole podcast, maybe, if the editor remembers.
No.
They're definitely not gonna. The editor's right there.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye everyone if you're saying this.
Farewell. So long. Don't forget to write.
Damn it. Oh, you made me think of it. Like, don't forget to write. So long.
Don't forget. We both look up at the same
The
night
same
sky,
star.
the same stars. Don't forget to watch behind your ears.
Don't forget. Yeah. Oh my god.
The ultimate social relationship.
Yeah, damn.
Don't forget to watch behind your ears.
Damn.
Just get really up close, start like fucking giving ASMR.
Very parasocial.
Oh yeah. Very, very para, very social.
Alright, get out of here.
All right.